Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm interviewing Andrew Oliver. He is from Marietta, Georgia, and is a junior here at USC, majoring in finance and management with a concentration in entrepreneurship. Andrew dreams of building his own business in commercial or industrial real estate. He is also the vice president of SPCH, and he likes country music, playing baseball. The TED Talk he chose today was My Secret to Staying Focused Under Pressure by Russell Wilson. So a little bit about the TED Talk. Russell Wilson is a professional baseball and football player. He talks about after how his dad died June 9th in 2010, he developed a new way of thinking to cope with life. Um, he explains that just because he's a big-time professional athlete, it does not mean that he hasn't experienced hardship and pain like the rest of us. However, he chooses to overcome his negativity by doing what he calls staying neutral. So, Andrew, what interested you the most about Russell Wilson?
So I was very intrigued by the fact that a professional athlete would talk about his hardships and struggles. Obviously, he's one of the greatest athletes playing the game of football right now. And to hear his outlook on not exerting all of your energy and having recovery periods and essentially his being neutral is his way of saying that if you focus too much on positivity, you get entrapped in this circulation of thinking that everything's good. And if you focus too much on negativity, it'll never work and it'll always keep you down.
Okay. So, are you a fan of Russell Wilson? Is he a credible speaker for you?
I definitely think he's a credible speaker, especially on a topic like this, being a professional athlete, talking about how to focus in multiple aspects of multiple facets of life. I am not personally not a fan or a fan of Russell Wilson. I think he's a great athlete. I think he's great for the game of football, philanthropically and multiple other aspects, but he's not the quarterback for my chosen team, but I definitely like Russell Wilson.
Okay, what is your favorite football team?
My favorite football team is the Falcons.
Okay. So do you agree with Russell Wilson's outlook of staying neutral?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I was reading a book not too long ago that talks about the idea that if you are stressed too often and you don't manage the concentration of your stress, especially in, things like athletic events, that you exert too much energy in areas and times that you don't need to, and there needs to be a recovery period. So I think that's kind of what Russell Wilson's talking about in this, is if you focus too much on the positive things that are going on in your life, you get entrapped in this idea that everything is good and nothing can ever go wrong. And if you focus too much on negativity, then you get caught in the cycle of always being down and depressed. And so you have to find this medium ground of what he calls being neutral and not focusing too much on one or the other.
For sure. I kind of thought about the video too. I'm in exercise science 191 right now, but last week we had a lecture about like psychology and physical activity, and we talked about like mental toughness, which is basically like when you got pushed down, like it's really important to put yourself back up again and like try to summon like positive thoughts. So I guess it's not really exactly like that video, but kind of. So are you like personally like struggling like with like letting negativity overcome you?
I
Has
wouldn't
like
say in day-to-day life I'm personally struggling with negativity at all, but we all have moments of, negativity, and overcoming those moments of negativity is kind of what I think Russell is focusing on in this video. Is if you let that kind of overcome you, then you get swelled by this like negative emotion, and so you kind of have to live your life in a medium ground, but I wouldn't say personally negativity is overwhelming me.
Okay, well, that's good. Glad to hear that. Did this TED Talk inspire you to change your way of thinking at all, or did you kind of already do this?
So, I mean, it definitely provided a new and intriguing outlook on, how to focus in positive and negative situations. And I think it kind of elaborated on that book that I was just talking about, where you have to concentrate your moments of stress and exerting a lot of energy, and then really emphasize the moments of recovery. So I think it kind of intertwined those two topics, and provided an interesting outlook for me.
Mhm. Okay, and finally, did this TED Talk inspire you to pursue any dreams or goals you thought that you may have given up on, or you thought you may have lost?
I'm not sure that there's any goals that it inspired me to pursue, but it definitely provided an interesting and new perspective on any dreams or things that I want to accomplish, on how to go about them and how to stay mentally focused in those situations, focusing on yourself and your brain, keeping that mental intelligence and mental stability. So I think it provided an interesting outlook on that perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Personally, I really liked the TED Talk also. Um, I do sometimes like struggle with letting like negativity and my emotions overcome me, but I liked when he said being neutral is not having emotions, but it's not being emotional. So yeah, it was definitely inspiring for me. But thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.